How are we doing? Am I live? Am I living? Got things going on? Oh, I'm live. Fantastic. Oh, am I? I think I am. But I can't see myself. Right, we've got it working. Okay, yeah, that was a bit of a weird start. I knew it would be. I've been a bit nervous about this all day. I've got my iPad going on there as if I'm viewing, so I can check everything's working. And I've got all the chat going on here. And then I've got cameras going on over here. I've realised it's not the best lighting as well. I have got a slightly more antique iPhone than Chris has. And also I haven't front lit myself. Hang on, just 1 second. Let's see if putting the lighting in the utility room illuminates me. Am I any more illuminated? Perhaps a little. Perhaps a little. Right, you can tell what kind of a show this is going to be today, but we're here, we're doing it, because the other option was to not be here and not be doing it. So, yay me. Right, I'm going to go back and say hello to some people in the chat. So I haven't been able to read every single thing, but hello to Crabbit Scruffs, hello to Claire, hello to Joanne, hello Elgin, hello Pauline, hello Magical by Sarah, hello Gareth, hello Kerry, hello Ellie B, can't stay but she's going to catch up tomorrow. Oh well, thank you for trying, Ellie B. It might be a little bit nicely edited tomorrow, or it might not, I don't know. Right, hello David, hello Mummy and Mini Me. I like that because you've spelt it the Minnie Mouse way, so it's got a double thing going on there, which we all appreciate if we are Disney friends. Hello Andrew, other missing people, hello Claire, hello Sugar Sweet Samantha, that sounds nice. Hello Sarah, hello Jill, hello Lauren, hello Wits Wonderlust, hello Sam, hello Miss Nate, hello Purple 37, hello Maria, hello Emma, hello Claire, hello Carla, hello Cheryl, Mark, Aaron, and another Emma. Hello, thank you so much. I can't believe you come out for just little old me. Well, I'm going to do my best to stick to form, do things we normally do. So I have a bit of news, I have a bit of updates on the charity show that I hope to be able to show you this week, because we're getting all hyped about that. And then it's going to be an Ask Me Anything kind of show. So don't start throwing questions at me yet, because I won't be able to get them and write them down and all that kind of thing. But in a bit, I might ask you for some questions and we can see if we can get some nice chatting topics up on the go. I'm just checking nobody wants to tell me they can't hear me or anything, are they? No. Oh, just give the camera a little clean. Is that any better? It might actually be. That's what comes with having a child. There's very sticky fingers. We've been baking today and she's been all over it, so it might be that. Dunn family have just popped in to say hello from Walt Disney World. How exciting. But you know, way to rub it in and all that. Never mind. We'll be there one day. I was talking with my mum about it yesterday afternoon, because we're taking my mum for the first time, and she's only coming for 6 nights. And she said, I'm beginning to think that 6 nights won't be enough, Lucy. And I'm like, nope, it won't. But that's all the DVC points I've got spare, so it's going to have to be 6 nights. Right, let's get on with some news. Right. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Available in the Storybook store now are 2,300 upcycled items. These are items that have been made from the tarp that was on the castle last year when it was all boxed up. So they've taken that fabric and they've made out of it tote bags, duffel bags, briefcases and pouches. And if you've seen them online, they look so cool. Now you can't necessarily tell what most of them are, but that's what I kind of like. And I was thinking, would I care which bit I want? Would I want a bit of blue roof, or would I want a bit of nice blue sky, or some of the I don't think I'd care. I think all the patterns and textures are interesting enough, and just knowing that it was a little bit of Disney, you wouldn't need anyone else to know. I just think that sounds amazing. The chances of them still being there by the time we get there are slim to none. 2,300 is not a lot of items for something like this. They are going to go like hotcakes. They are starting to be sold on the 9th of September, but for AP holders, they're being released on the 8th of September, and I can well imagine an absolute flood. In fact, you know what I should have looked at? Maybe somebody can look it up for me now. What the availability is for park passes for APs on the 8th. Because I can imagine the minute they announce this, they will have gone. Because there's only so many available slots, isn't there? But I'd sell my grandmother for that. Unfortunately, my grandmother is not with us to sell. Is that fortunate or unfortunate? I don't think she'd take kindly to being sold, basically. So it might be good that she's escaped that. But I would sell a kidney to get one of these. It is not to be, and I don't like to ask people to pick them up for me for items like this, because you get into, reselling eBay type folks, and I think it's a bit cheeky. Leave it for the people who can actually get there. It's not like a Spirit jersey where there's thousands of them, and I ask people, the 8th, Mummy and Minnie, don't make me say that too many times, is telling me that the 8th is still available. So if you're an AP holder within easy, jaunting distance of Disneyland Paris, get yourself over. When's the 8th? Is it Wednesday? Oh, to live in Kent and not work. You know what I mean? And have pocket money for Eurostar. Oh well, one day, it's the dream. Right, so they look amazing. I'm jealous. Let's have another look. Oh, I do not speak French in any way. So I'm going to take a guess at Le Vœu Gourmand, which is the winter food festival that they have in Walt Disney Studios. That's back. That's not a surprise. It's been the last few years. It is a really good one. We've been during this, and of the food that I've tasted at the food festival, this is always my favourite. They've got like big pots of beef bourguignon going on, and they've got raclette, and they've got mulled wine, really winter warming kind of stuff. Oh, I'm getting one from 37 Disney Street. They're chatting. About to go on stage. Hugh is singing right now. Go Lucie. Sorry we aren't there. Chris. Yeah, they're rehearsing for a Sondheim show. I should have explained this at the beginning. They're rehearsing for a Stephen Sondheim tribute show down at our local theatre. And they're both in it because they're both very talented vocalists. I am not so talented with the vocals, and there's no dancing in Sondheim. So luckily for you, I'm not involved. So yeah, that's where they are. What was I talking about? Chris, you've interrupted me. You're not even here and you've managed to interrupt me. How typical is that? So yeah, the Winter Food Festival is returning. Excellent. Give it a go. But here's the surprise. Here's the real news, is that for the first time, it will extend into Disneyland Park, where there will be 3 chalets in Disneyland Park. Now, I'm not sure precisely how I feel about this. I mean, well, no, I'm happy about everything. If I'm in Disneyland and there's food, I'm happy. But I'm just trying to visualise it to try and decide if this is like the best thing they've ever done or a bit of a weird decision. Because the food festivals in Walt Disney Studios have got this very kind of contained feel, because most of it is down by Plaster Remy. And then it also sort of bends around the back of that back road that goes in front of Toy Story Land up to the Tower of Terror, where the tram tour entrance used to be. They've got some stalls up there, but it feels like this is where the food festival is. Now, if there's only 3 chalets in Disneyland Park, where are they going to put them? Are they going to put all 3 of them together with a little table area? Because that's not much of a food festival, is it, 3 chalets? If they're going to dot them round, and I'm not even saying dot them round the entire park, but even if they dot them round the hub and they're not next to each other, it's just more snack carts, isn't it? It stops having that feeling of a food festival. So the food on sale will be delicious. And if you are there, you are in Disneyland Park with delicious food. So this is in no way a complaint or a criticism. However, I am not sure it will have a food festival feel, and I'm very interested to see how it goes. Is that Hugh's tiki cup in shot? Oh, do you know, guys? What can you see? There's several sort of tiki things. You can see here we've got kind of a pot stand that is a Hawaiian lady. There's a real mess here, but I'll be honest. Me and Bonnie baked this afternoon, which is, it's a bittersweet thing, if you'll excuse the pun, because all parents know that baking together, it's a learning thing with maths and numbers, and it's a lovely bonding thing. We did it together and we got all messy and it was fabulous. But then the child gets bored and goes and sits and watches somebody playing Animal Crossing on YouTube, and the mum has to spend 45 minutes cleaning chocolate off the floor. That's what's happened today. Oh, you see, I haven't even closed our cereal cupboard. Haven't even closed that. So, I might get you some of the weird and interesting artifacts from behind me here, but I don't want to show you that side of the kitchen, because it is still like downtown Beirut, basically. One moment. What have we got? We've got a tiki cup selection here. They usually stand over there on the counter. There's some of Hugh's tiki cups. I'm going to get you the lady pot stand. She's good. Oh, and of course, we have him. We just like, it never really was a deliberate thing that we both said, let's decorate our house in tiki. It's just, you go around charity shops and you see things, oh, they're kitchen cool. Let's get that, not kitchen, kitsch and cool. Let's get those, and before you know it, everything you've got is of a similar vein, and we're drawn to this kind of aesthetic. We also have, we've got a record player, and Hugh likes to go in charity shops and buy records, but mainly because of the front covers. And we've got a lot of cheesy vinyls with those kind of front covers, but they're amazing for garden parties, to get your little portable vinyl out and have some nice Hawaiian ukulele music playing. It's, that's like being in Polynesian. You would enjoy it. You'd enjoy our Hawaiian garden parties very much. Right, where was I? I don't know. This is the very definition of vamping. This is just me talking into space and then hoping that massive moth doesn't get in. So, our Magical by Sarah will be in the park 25th of September till the 7th of October. Yay. So you will get you'll get Halloween, won't you? You'll get Halloween while you're there. What else can I see in the chat to get me going? You're all just chatting amongst yourselves, aren't you? Having a good time. Aaron's there 23rd to the 25th. Oh, thank you for eating from the kids' menus on vlogs. I always used to find that as a parent. It's like it's great that the mahi mahi is lovely. What is there for kids? But as long as you can tell me there's chicken nuggets, I know that we'll be okay. This is all going too quick, and you've got things of your own going on. So I am going to continue on what I've got written down here. Now then, they've released details of Halloween and Christmas, which we could spend a whole show on, talking about what it might look like. We've been at Christmas, Chris has been at Halloween, Chris has been at Christmas as well. Me and Hugh need to go at Halloween. So I think that will be a good show for maybe next week, but I'm just going to rattle through some of the details that were released today. So the Halloween soiree, which is now on 2 nights, the 29th and 31st of the 10th, it's been confirmed that there will be an Adventureland scare zone and ghostly Frontierland encounters. Now, in true Disney style, this isn't going to be like Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, where they actually want you to wet yourself. They actually are looking for the adrenaline to course through your veins and for small children to burst into tears. They're not going for that. This is going to be very friendly. But they've worded that slightly different between the past, so I think that this is going beyond meet and greets and decorations. It looks like it might have some exciting things. Can you see me covering the spot on my chin? going beyond the usual fare. So I'm interested to see what that is. They've got exclusive cavalcades and unique shows. This is what we like to see. We had a bit of a dumbed down version during COVID. So it's nice to know that, well, we didn't have the Halloween party, did we, during COVID? But it's nice to know that if you pay that hard ticket price, you are going to see something that nobody else has seen. Sorry, I'm half reading the chat and trying to catch up with things that are going on. There are villainous meats on the castle stage, I think it said it was, and a midnight moment on Main Street with new entertainment elements. This is interesting. To my knowledge, I've never been to a Halloween party at Disneyland Paris, but this is not something that's been advertised before, and it does say on Main Street, which makes me think we're going to get some projection mapping or some new kind of technology, because of the way they said with new entertainment elements. They haven't specified cast members or entertainers or characters of any kind. However, I'm not going to go on to that too much, so I will do my reading up and I'll talk about it with the boys next week. It's not the kind of subject I can wax lyrical on my own without any interaction. So, for the main Halloween, words, please, for the main Halloween season that is taking place in the park and not at the hard ticket event, you've got Mickey's Halloween Celebration returns, which is the parade, and a little caveat to that is they have confirmed that Dream and Shine Brighter, which is the 30th anniversary parade, will not be performed during Halloween or Christmas, and it will return on the 9th of January, but it will be replaced by a cavalcade. I seem to remember that they worded it slightly more complicated in the cavalcade. They're saying a celebration float featuring, you don't need to, it's a cavalcade, you know what a cavalcade is. There is a nighttime, Nightfall with Disney Villains is a nighttime pre-show to Illuminations. Now that's going to take me on to the Christmas elements, because in the Christmas season it is replacing Illuminations. It's got its own firework nighttime spectacular, and that is going to be called Disney Dreams of Christmas. Do you know what's just occurred to me? And it might be because I just haven't seen it, but I haven't, because I was only researching this afternoon, but I haven't seen any mention of anything in the studios. Now, one of the best nighttime spectaculars that I've seen was when we saw the one in Walt Disney Studios, and it was, I never remember what these shows are called, because they're always called Believe, Dream, Wish of Disney Futures and things like that. But it was a goofy show on the Tower of Terror, and it was lasers and light projections only, no fireworks, and it was excellent. But I can't see any talk of that, but perhaps I've missed it. I will look very carefully this week so that we have got full content for the Christmas and Halloween seasons. Goofy's Incredible Christmas. Thank you, Claire T-Rex. You see, though, that is a very Disney title, isn't it? Goofy's Incredible Christmas. What else have we got? Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade. Disney Christmas parades are the best thing in the world. In fact, my best Disney memory, which I won't go back into again because I've talked about it a lot, is Bonnie watching one of the Christmas parades. It was just, I'm going to cry. It was amazing. Right. I'm going to leave that there. Hello, Bob. Bob is just dropping by briefly. Yes, catch up tomorrow. Also, you will be getting a message from me this week, Bob. Bob Sangwell of Disney Now and Then, which I highly recommend you follow on Facebook. And I will say no more than that. We will be in touch. Right, so that's everything I've got to talk about Halloween and Christmas. I'm just going to take a sip of my drink, which is unfortunately not in a tiki cup, and I also haven't refilled it. It's a bit of a soy juice bottom as usual. There, a brief and awkward silence, broken only by the squelching of fluids going down my gullet. You lucky, lucky listeners. Right, let me move on. Okay, I'm announcing a competition. I am kind of announcing a competition. I am announcing an announcement of a competition, which is a very Disney thing to do in actual fact. If you follow the Disney company on social media and subscribe to their newsletters and all those things, they do love to tell you that there will be a big announcement in 7 days, and then they get you all excited about the announcement, and then we all tune into the announcement, and then it's a phone case. We've all been bitten by this before, but I'm going to tell you, I'm quite excited about this. We're ramping up to our charity show now, and we want to make money. We want your money. We want your money for the old people. Is that a bit crass? We want to raise funds for Dementia UK. That's what we want. So, this is the competition that we've got going. I am going to price up a holiday for, well, I was thinking, I like doing fun things. Okay, and what do I do for fun? I take long walks in the rain, and I read books, and I knit, and I crochet, and I price up Disney holidays. That is my hobby. Who's with me? Who likes doing that? I'll just take it as a yes. You're all here on a Sunday night. I can tell that you do. So, I am going to price up my fantasy dream holiday, which will be as follows. Fly to California and go to Disneyland for 4 days, staying in the Grand Californian with Disney tickets. And then get a train to San Francisco to go to the Disney Museum, entrance to the Disney Museum, and then fly to Vancouver for an Alaska cruise, including the price of excursions, and then fly to Hawaii for 4 nights in Aulani before going on to Tokyo for 4 nights in Disneyland Tokyo, and then Shanghai for 2 nights in Shanghai, 2 nights in Hong Kong, and fly home. So I am going to price that up this week. I'm going to price that up, and I'm going to price up everything. I'm going to price up the coach transfers. I'm going to price up the parking at the airport in the UK. I'm going to try and make it as all-inclusive as possible, excluding food and spending money. And the competition will be to guess the price. Now, I am going to publish in fair amount of detail what the hypothetical dates will be. This is just going to be so fun for me. What the hypothetical dates are going to be, what airlines I'm going to be using. I'm going to try and make it as realistic as possible. And I'm going to do a short video this week once I've priced everything up. And I'm going to put it up on YouTube that explains everything. No, Emma, you don't win the holiday. If I could afford to buy the holiday, I would be going on it. Screw you guys, you'd be staying at home. So we're going to do it, and then you need to guess the price of the holiday. I need to talk to the boys about it. I think it's going to be like £2 to enter, and how you will enter will be you will give to the Just Giving page, but in the comments section you will write your guess. I need to check with Chris because he's doing all the somebody's already guessing. I don't even know the answer, Wits Wonderlust. I don't even know. I haven't done it yet. Chris is doing all the technology and all that type, so I'll check that that'll work. And midweek, there'll be a video going up on YouTube that gives you all the details of this fantasy holiday and all the details of how to enter, and also what the prizes are. There will be prizes for first and second. It's basically an elaborate version of how many beans are in the jar. Now, come the charity show, on the charity show, you can start asking me questions. You can start asking me minute things like, how long is that flight to Hawaii, Lucie, and what are you doing about this, and what grade room have you booked, and all those kind of things, if that helps you narrow it down. So those questions can be asked on the charity show. And then I'm not 100% sure if I will announce the winner on the charity night, or if I will give a little chance to let more people enter. These are all details we need to do, but this is competition. What's wrong with a weekend in Skegness? Well, I tell you what, Mark, I'll pay for your weekend in Skegness, you pay for my round the world Disney trip, and we'll compare notes afterwards. We can do a little travel blog off. How's that? See if it'll go. So, yay! So get your thinking caps on for that. I will get all the details booked up. You're all gonna be pricing it up at home, aren't you? You're all gonna be like, oh, this sounds good. I might actually do this. Just think of me as you do it. Think of the ideas I've given you. So that's one thing that's going on to raise money for Dementia UK. Now then, oh, my voice. I might take a quick break to get a drink in a second. But some other things that we've got going on. We're going to have a full schedule by half-hour slots of things, topics we're going to talk about, things we're going to be doing. We're going to be cooking some... Oh, hang on. Let me go and grab it. Right, we're going to be cooking some things out of the Star Wars Life Day cookbook. That looks exciting. For our dinner and for drinks and things like that. So we're going to be recreating stuff like that. We're finally going to do our Marvel films tier list, although I've said to the boys I don't want it to take longer than half an hour because I know not everyone's a Marvel fan. But throughout this, we're going to have a menu of things that you can donate for. So again, we haven't agreed on all the prices, so I won't be saying that, but for a certain amount, you can nominate a word that we can't say for 5 minutes, and if you want to trip us up, you can ask us a question at the same time. So it might be like, can you give us a review of Plaza Gardens, but you're not allowed to say the word buffet, or something like that. You know what I mean? So you can say, tell us a word we can't say, ask us a question at the same time. Try not to be mean and say words like and. That's a bit too difficult. So that's one thing on the menu. Another thing on the menu is, I don't know who's going to do this, but it's going to be putting stickers on our face, or temporary tattoos, I think, to try and, not temporary tattoos on the face, to see how covered you can get. Magical by Sarah says, what's the date again? I'm so glad you asked, because I'm going on crazy like this and people aren't going to be there if I don't tell you when. It is going to be Sunday the 18th of September, and it is going to be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we have done it earlier. So unfortunately, if you forget and you just tune it in at 8:30 as usual, that we won't be there. So try and remember it's 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. I believe that we're going to publish, the final hour of it will be the Disneyland Paris Show, and that will be published as usual for all week. The rest of it will be republished, but only for Patreon members. So yeah, I'm stealing some of these live streaming ideas from other live stream charities charity live streams that I've watched, but some of them are quite good. I'm going to be doing the hot sauce challenge, which is mainly, it's a marital thing between me and Hugh, because he loves spice and I hate it. And this has been a decade in the making, is this hot sauce challenge, and I've always refused, however much, even when I was 39 weeks pregnant and they were threatening to induce me because she was measuring big and I had to get that baby out of me. Hugh went and bought a load of spicy food and I just refused to eat it. I think I mentioned this last week. So I'm going to be doing the hot sauce challenge, and we've got some other things that will be going on. Hope you can all join us. Now there was something, but what I'm working up to is if you have any suggestions of things that you would like to see us do for money. I know Hugh is going to draw some things for some people. I'm not sure if that's going to be a donation thing or a prize. Now believe me when I say that that is a very good prize. It might seem like, the husband's going to do some doodles, but the thing is, he is a highly accomplished, highly paid freelance illustrator who is in demand from national publications. So the fact that he's doing you basically a print for free that's quite a big thing. Well, it's not for free if we're asking for your money for charity, but you get the idea. That is a really good prize. Don't even draw me things anymore. He hasn't got time. We also, for the full month of September, which goes from now, we're going to be donating all proceeds from the t-shirts, any merchandise that we sell. We're going to be sending that straight to the Just Giving page. And also, trying to remember what Chris said. All this is subject to change once I've talked to the people who really know what's going on. Anybody, we're going to give a full month of Patreon money. I know we're always saying, oh, thank you Patreons, you pay for our, our devices and our lights and our little keyboards and stuff, and you pay for the technology. But for this month, all our proceeds from Patreon, all of it is going to go to the Dementia UK thing. Because we're like, how can we give? It's no good us being silly and if we're not financially giving, so we're going to do that as well. But that means that anyone who signs up for Patreon during the live show or during the month of September, your first month will be going to charity. So I think that's another incentive. And then you still get the stickers. You give to charity, you get the stickers, you get us on a Sunday night. I mean, what more can you get? So, right, now then, hang on. There's going to be a bit of silence now because I need to rest my voice and I need to have a little read of some of the comments because I think people are suggesting good things and I haven't been able to read it. Emma will be watching from the train coming home from DLP. Pauline, yeah, we're going to set up the Just Giving page. And we're going to be putting the links in descriptions of videos, and obviously you won't be partaking in the live silliness, which is a lot of what we intend to guilt trip you into giving us money. But if you just want to donate anyway, we'll make sure that we get that Just Giving page up and running, and you can just donate that way. And donate anything you like. Or you can donate to enter the competition, you can donate with a request for something that we do on a, whatever, or just donate, it's up to you. Can Hugh and Chris sing? Yes, they are both very good singers. Chris comes from a very musical background. Chris's whole family are all multi-instrumentalists, and his brother is in quite a big band that I can never remember the name of. But it's quite big, you might have heard it. He'll tell you next week. His nephew is currently on the West End in Only Fools and Horses. His sister is a singing teacher and a pianist. His dad is a musical director. The whole family is very like that. And Hugh, just mainly because he married me, I think, who's always been involved in the dance world, he got himself involved in amateur dramatics, and he was mainly acting to start with. And then a part came up in a musical he fancied, and it discovered he had a really good singing voice. And he started having singing lessons and has never looked back, really. So he does quite a lot now. Chris and Hugh to do Disney karaoke, that is not a bad idea. The thing is, what you really want to hear, and I'm going to convince them to do this, is they don't need to do karaoke. You can just give them a Disney song and they will a cappella harmonise and riff with each other. They do it all the time when we're setting up. One of them will start going and the other one will go, I'm the king of the swing of soul. They're really, really good at it, the two of them. They're both very musical. So Aaron's going to donate to get Chris and Hugh to do a Disney duet. Just pre-warn them. I have got my 30th anniversary pen here. I will write it in the notebook. Hugh and Chris, Disney singing duet. And you can perhaps nominate a song because they will just riff it. All the jingles that we do, that we have on the show, that's Chris on his own in his bedroom doing all the parts. And most of the time they're all vocal parts as well. If you listen, he doesn't use instruments. He's a very clever man. They're both a very clever man in that respect. I can't sing at all, to be fair. But that's why I do the boogieing. There needs to be an excellent Disney quiz for the stream. Yes, there does. Yes, there will be. And that's what I rather enigmatically said I was going to contact Bob about this week. We're just trying to work out how to do it. Bob is the Disney quiz master. What we might ask him to, but we're not sure about getting people on live at the moment. Chris is still doing his experimenting with that. So what we think we might do is get Bob to pre-record some questions so that we can just drop them in on Chris's magic thing. It does just drop them in, and then we can do it slowly throughout the whole show. Keep having questions, or we might just dedicate half an hour of the show to a Disney quiz. But there will be a Disney quiz. Jill's suggestion that I teach Hugh and Chris to do a dance. I have taught both Hugh and Chris to dance in the past because I choreograph for the dramatic society that they sing at. Now, what would I teach them? The 37 Disney Street musical, directed and choreographed by Lucie. Oh, it's in the factory. Don't you worry. It's in the pipeline. I will think about that, Jill. Disney dance. It's really what we can do in Chris's kitchen, which is where this is going to be, with the, vocal lengths and stuff. So in this kitchen, you won't be able to see my legs, would you? So it's going to be big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Disney dance, question mark. I'm going to put quiz down as well. I mean, I think it's firmly in everyone's mind, but let's just get it on. Oh, I could teach them the hoedown, throwdown. That's Disney, isn't it? Miley Cyrus. Block it, pop it, polka dot it, country fight, hip hop it. That one. That's a good idea. Hoedown, throwdown. I say that was my idea. Hoedown, throwdown. What fun. Ready for the ride. Should I know what ready for the ride is? Is that a dance? Teach them ready for the ride. Oh dear. I might be doing that thing where I'm not down with the kids now. Hello, Gareth. Gareth has just arrived and said evening. Hello. We're having a chat about the charity show. Not just Gareth. Anyone else has just dropped in and isn't sure what we're doing. I've said all the magical things that we're doing, and now people are coming back to me with suggestions. Let me see if I've missed anything else as people are suggesting. Oh, yeah. Someone's like, when I was telling you that Chris and Hugh could sing, then someone said, no, I meant singing on the charity show. Thank you, Emma. Sorry, I misunderstood that, but we've got that now. Oh, dream and shine brighter. Yeah, the flash mob bit. Oh, that's a good idea. You could all do it. Yes. I'm with you now. Sorry, I just didn't know what it's called. I'm so slow. I also always forget what these things are called. As you've noticed, it's all just wiggling to me. It's the 30th parade song. Thank you. Right, I'm going to put that down. Ready to ride. Or ready for the ride. I'm letting you down, gang. I'm letting you down. For the ride. I'm just wondering. Oh, crochet some little Disney. I'm not great at crochet. Bonnie really laughs at me because I try and do well. The thing is, the first time I crocheted is I saw one of those, a frozen crochet kit in the works, and I thought, I'm going to crochet Bonnie and Anna and Elsa, it'll be brilliant. Never crocheted before. Now, as I learned, I would class that kit as intermediate to advanced, and I was a total beginner. And it ended up with Anna's head was kind of flopping to one side, and she had one arm longer than the other, and her nose it was meant to have a little sculpted nose, her nose was off at one side. It was horrendous. Now, as it was a learning time for an 8-year-old. I was like, look, now this isn't very good, is it? But I've learned what not to do now, and so I've made mistakes that I won't do next time. And so I keep getting better every time I crochet a little character. And then me and Bonnie always rate how much better I'm getting. But I'm not sure I would want to crochet for anyone else, because they self-taught and all that. Make a Disney themed lunch and we can rate my plates. Yeah, definitely. That's a thought. Rate my plates. I think that's kind of what we're doing. The thing is, in the middle of the show, it will be the kids' tea time. Tea, lunch, dinner. If we have this chat, it'll be the kids' tea time anyway. And we're doing it in the kitchen. So we're going to make something for the kids, and we think we might, when it's quite simple food, but it's like waffle and chicken nuggets, but your mum or dad makes it look like dinosaurs chasing people. We're going to do food art, basically, I think, and you can do that. Um, Pauline says, I can crochet things that are flat very well, but anything like the teddies I struggle with too. You see, this is the thing, I started at the top, I don't know why I did that. I agree, I got a hand with blankets and like patch handbags and things like that. I can do things like that, but no, the anima guy, what do you call the animal crochets, bad news. Rate my plates, stick to your task, Lucie. I don't know if Chris is going to publish this as just an audio file for the actual podcast thing, or if we're just going to leave it on YouTube. But I dread to think what you poor listeners only are dealing with right now as I go from topic to topic and interact with people on the chat. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. This is not easy. Nori would be thrilled with anything starring the kid. She has become a huge Bonnie fan while we have been watching your trip vlogs. Oh, that's lovely. Well, Bonnie and Lucas and Ollie will most definitely be there, and we'll be delighted to hear they have fans. We'll try and make that, well, it'll be over kids' lunchtime, won't it? So the kids section will probably be 5:30 to 6. I'm just putting it out there that that's what I reckon will happen, because that's about the time that they will come down to have their tea. So we'll make sure the kids are there and that we have things to do. Amigurumi. I've seen that word written down and I can never say it. Amigurumi. I've made quite a few now. They take a while to get right. They do. I'm a lot better. I did like a land girl that was a lot better than the poor frozen things. I might show you the frozen dolls on the charity show just so you can laugh. A lot better things. Frozen dolls. Hugh can't look at them. He's disgusted. They look like they've been in car accidents, honestly. Anyway, what's Mark said? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, so it's just Aaron and Mark chatting between each other, and I'm trying to catch up with what the joke is, and then I'm like, there's too much. There's too much, there's too much. So, do you know what? We've got 44 people watching live according to this now, and I've been going for 42 minutes. My goodness, it is surreal that people come in to watch me in my kitchen blunder through a few crazy things. Now let's talk prizes. We have, oh dear, Chris is the person who deals with all the correspondence, and I was just about to look on my phone what the name was, and I've just realised I'm filming on my phone, but a really lovely listener has donated a meal voucher for her husband's restaurant, which is in Leeds, which is worth £70 as one of the prizes. Now, obviously, I know not everyone lives in driving distance of Leeds, but a lot of you do, and a lot of our friends and family who might come and watch do as well. But we will give options of other prizes if you are the person who wins that and you don't live in driving distance of Leeds. But that is one prize we've got, and I'm really sorry I couldn't credit you with it. We will do next week. Chris will get on it. I bought 3 of these off Amazon at Christmas. Not sure who I was going to give them to. I just knew I had a lot of friends who would like them. I only ended up giving 2 as presents. So the third one, never been used. Still got its little plastic thing on. Look, it's brand new. So this will be a prize. It is, you make a Disneyland model. It's got all these interesting things, but then it's got like pop-out bits that you make that 3D model from. So that's one thing. Now, likewise, we have this never used Disney cookbook. Also got that to use as a prize. We're probably going to give that one away, something to do with the food. We haven't quite decided what to do. I know the boys have both got prizes. Chris has got some things that he got in Disneyland, particularly to use as prizes. We'll be talking those through in a bit. What's going on with the crochet? So Sarah just said, oh my god, I crochet too, can I be added? Added to what? Are we making are we getting a Stitch and Bitch circle going on? That would be amazing. Oh, a 37 Disney Street crochet circle. That sounds lovely. What do we do? Just Zoom and crochet together. That sounds beautiful. Oh, and amigurumi Mike Wazowski would be quite easy actually. And brilliant, I think, Sarah. That's good. I've got a Star Wars crochet book and a Frozen crochet book that are things to do for Disney. I've also got a Harry Potter crochet book, but you guys don't want to do that. What's your number one cheap souvenir idea? My number one cheap souvenir idea is pressed pennies or the medallions. I think in Disneyland Paris it's medallions, isn't it? And I think at last check they were €2. I haven't got one in ages. We did when we first started going. And they can be found all around the park. So it can get quite exciting if you end up buying. It can get quite expensive if you end up buying, like, I don't know how many there is. It's probably like 30 different ones. But if you just want one thing to bring home or give or keep, you've got that. Oh, they're €3 now. Wits Wonderlust is telling me that's going up. Now, other than that, if you're buying it for other people, I like to buy multi-packs of things. So I like to, what I got this time, I think I've given them all away, but I got a 5-pack of chocolate, of Disneyland Paris chocolate bars, and they're all like this big, and it was in a packet as if it was one gift, but then I opened the packet and I gave them to 5 people. So that ended up really quite cheap if it's to give to other people, but that's not something I would buy for myself. You can do the same with lollipops. You can get loads of Disney lollipops and then just give them out. If like your kids want to give them to friends at school or something. Magnets, people are saying in the thing, are cheap. Pens, because who can not have enough pens? And I think this is very cheap. This was an on-the-counter impulse purchase. You know, when you're queuing up and you just see it in a little pot next to you. The keyrings with the letters and Mickey Mouse on are great. Yeah, I agree. Do you know what? Napkins. This sounds ridiculous. But Pim Kitchen have got some really good napkins, but some other places have got like themed napkins, or it comes really from when we were backpacking, we used to get beer mats. Nice, interesting beer mats from all sorts of cities that we visited around Europe. But sometimes you just see, because we scrapbook as well, you see a memento and you talk about cheap, they're free. Well, except for the price of a meal at Pim's Kitchen, but you know what I mean, you get what you're given. And toiletries, hotel toiletries, if they're not fixed down, which a lot of them are now. Right. Oh, €1 small mint tin. Are they only €1? I see those on the next to the counter all the time. I didn't realise they were quite that cheap. Now then, I'm going away for just 1 second because I want to fill this up. I'm getting very dry. I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes probably. Don't you know, I thought I'd make this a short show today because I wouldn't have anything to talk about. But hey there, hi there, ho there. We're going well. Right, I shall be back in 1 moment. Talk amongst yourselves. People, I literally just said there's going to be silence for a minute because I'm pouring myself a drink, and look who's just turned up. Have you done?
So what happened was, I heard talk of a crochet circle, and I dropped everything and got in the car and got back here as quick as I could to stop it from happening. So here we are.
I didn't know Chris was coming, and we just got back and saw his car. I was like, what's Chris doing here?
I didn't know it was coming either. I'm not planning on staying. They've been talking about setting up a 37 Disney Street crochet circle, so I thought I'd better come here and stop it.
You chose the best moment as well, because I've been talking for 48 minutes, and you know what my voice is like. I had to say, there's going to be silence for a minute, guys, because I need to go fill my drink up. And at that very moment, you came in to fill the silence.
There you are. I actually came because I want to see if I can figure out what's going on with the sound.
Oh no, is the sound bad?
It's just a bit strange.
There's a hiss.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're on the phone.
Yeah, but it should be all right. But
Yeah, it's weird. There's no visible reason for it to happen.
No, you've not done anything wrong. It's just there's a weird interference. This is good. A standing up one. We're like like the Beastie Boys.
Right. Anyway, I feel like we've derailed everything.
Shall I tip you up and then we can move back a bit? Okay? Or will they be able to hear us if they're too far?
You might have fixed the sound just by moving it.
Yeah.
When I came in, Lucie just sat over here getting herself a drink.
I know. Didn't look very professional, did it? Right, I tell you what, you probably know if you've been half listening at your rehearsal, most of today has been getting people excited about the charity show and all the things we're going to be doing. However, I realised as soon as I started talking, I am woefully ill-informed because I know that we've talked about stuff and I read the message and I go, yeah, that sounds good. And then I think we'll write it all down later. And when I come to do my planning, I go back to our message threads. But I know you've talked a lot about things to do that I might have missed.
Oh gosh, I just waffled stuff in there. I don't know what you've already said anyway. So the first thing is, Andrew Palmer asked last week when we're going to do our Marvel countdown, and we decided we're going to do that. Have you already said this?
Yep.
Okay, so there's that. Bob offered last week to do something, but we haven't spoken to Bob yet to see if he's still willing to do it. But he said he'd do an Ask Bob session, so we thought we might put half an hour together where you can ask Bob anything you want. I guess, as a Disney historian. So we'll have a bit of a think about what that can look like as well, if he's still willing to do it. If he's not, well, we'll ask him anyway. And
he might be involved in the quiz, because he seems to be the quiz guy, doesn't he?
He is a quiz guy.
And we are doing a quiz.
The complication I have is, as you've probably seen the last few times we've done remote things, it's been very difficult because, well, it hasn't worked, has it, without problems. So I need to find a way to do that that's going to work. Otherwise, it's not worth doing it.
Well, we know we're not going to do it on Lucie's phone.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. This is...
Well, bring your phone because I might use your camera. What else did we talk about?
Have you got any more prizes? I've shown them...
I've got some key rings and badges, 30th anniversary ones. Hugh's got coffee.
Are these coffee filters any good to anyone? Are they coffee filters?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't need coffee. Coffee things.
I have, there's a Villains board game. I have that now. I'll be absolutely honest with you, I have popped out the pieces from it. It's not untouched, but it is unplayed. So I have that, and it's a Marvel edition of, is it called Villains? Is it called Disney Villain? Villainous, that's it, yeah. So I've got the Marvel edition of Disney Villainous, which I tried to play with Lucas once, and he just wanted me to, so there's that. I was going to give that away, although, like I said, second hand. We've got the ears from Sam.
Oh, we got a meal voucher, and I didn't know who from, so I felt bad.
From Elle.
Oh, thank you, Elle. I'm sorry.
The Bush Bees, yes.
Jill just says she'll buy the coffee for £20.
There we go. We need, right.
Is that fair?
This is going to be the next
free.
couple of days for me. We need to start the Just Giving thing. So I've said to them, I'm going to do a launch video for this guest surprise thing.
Okay.
Probably got that. But once we've got that up, I donate the £20 and just put coffee to them, and we will and we'll send it because there's a little comment section where you donate.
That sounds fair.
She might be joking. I don't know.
We've got a ton of stickers still as well. So we've got a ton of stickers. So I was thinking we'd find a way to, like, if you pledge a certain amount of stickers, let us know and we can send stickers out as well. We just need to make sure we cover postage because we'll have to pay that out. But we'll figure that out as well. What else have we got? What else have we got? The meal vouchers for Galstone, by the way.
You're going to do a drawing, and we haven't decided if it's to be bid on or as a prize.
I write you a jingle. I'd do you a jingle. I haven't done one of those for ages.
Anyone want the? Oh, I think we should auction a jingle from Chris.
I think we need to get closer because of this noise. We can't hear anything.
How's this?
This is getting creepy.
Is this better?
It's like that.
You have to look over here as well.
It's like the
down there.
It's like those Kryptonians that get trapped in Superman.
Oh yeah.
Superman. Is it Superman 2?
Yeah. Oh, Supergirl as well. That happens, doesn't it?
Is it Supergirl? Oh no,
it happens in Supergirl, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does, yeah.
I was telling them how musical and clever you were, Chris, actually. Close that door for Bonnie. And I think that would be an absolutely brilliant gift, as it were, a prize, is to do someone a jingle.
I'll do a jingle. It'll only be a jingle because anytime I try and do anything longer than 30 seconds, it goes horribly wrong and starts getting out of time, more than they are anyway.
I think, do you know what? If you could, I mean, this is just a suggestion what you do with the jingle, but if you could have Chris do your own personalised jingle and put it as your ringtone, That is like the dream.
Someone asked for the Tiki Cup song as a jingle today as well. I can probably sort that out somehow. Also.
Emma says it's like that scene in Friends where they all stand over the baby.
I love that bit. That's one of my favourite bits.
I quite like this. We should do a show like this more often.
We should. It's
I might get scoliosis.
It's kind of threatening.
I don't think it is. It feels really homely.
It depends how big the TVs are at home. Are we just looming over you right now?
I didn't think about people watching.
I'd like the Tiki Cup ringtone. I wonder if it can be a kind of pledge certain amount and put the words ringtone and you'll send them a file. Could be wave raising money. Well, we need to hone all this, and then we'll do you a menu. We'll do you a menu of things that you can pledge and ask for.
I mean, the only thing I'm not sure about at the moment, from a technical point of view, is how I'm going to get the running total on the screen. It might just have to be a just giving page and a regular refresh so we can see what's happening.
We'll draw it on my Finding Dory whiteboard.
Yeah. Okay. And actually, yeah, that's a great idea. And what was the other thing? Oh, the only other thing was we've got the supers turned on this time. What we were going to say was, I don't know if you mentioned this. If anybody uses the supers throughout September, anything that we get from that we will donate directly as well.
Super chats.
Super chats, yeah.
Which
yeah.
I'm never sure how people do, but other people seem to know how to do them.
Yeah, it's there. I'm saying it's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You can't see what I'm doing. It's there. There you go.
Yeah, next to the little comment thing, there's a little dollar
It's
sign.
a dollar sign. That's awful, isn't it?
I
That's
know.
awful. Don't like that.
And I've never been sure about super chats, and we got to a certain level and you were able to turn them on, and we turned them on, and there was that first time someone did one and we were like, oh!
I forgot that I'd turned them on.
Oh,
Not to be honest. I forgot to turn them on, and I haven't had a chance to look and discuss whether we turn them off or not. Maybe we should just turn them off. I don't know. But at the moment, if we do use them, then anything that we get from it will go
Yeah.
to the Maker UK.
We're giving them everything in September, basically. For the month of September, anything we get will go. So, we've got 3 minutes to make an hour. Shall we wrap it up, or have we got 3 minutes worth of interesting things to say?
To be honest, with the sound, it might be better to wrap it up.
That's bothering you, isn't it?
Any of you that watch normally and then listen back to the podcast, I think I'm going to have to not do a podcast this week because I don't think the quality will be enough for the audio. But I'll have a look and have a think tomorrow. If I can manage it, I will do. If it's poor, I can probably put a disclaimer on, so don't worry about it. It's going to mean nothing if you're someone who normally listens to podcasts because you're not going to hear it.
Look, thing is, I'd apologise for my technology, but to be honest, I'm just proud that I got it up and going.
Really well.
There's literally nothing you've done. There's no.
Very well.
Thank you.
I don't think there's a button you've pressed.
No, it's just,
There was that typical moment at the beginning where that wasn't going on and that was, and so you've got at least 45 seconds of me going,
That's when you get the ukulele out.
are we working? Are we working?
Pour yourself a drink.
Right.
right.
Okay, so you were en route home, weren't you? And you just,
I was. I just nipped in on the way
to
past
join the
stop-
crochet
to
circle.
stop the crochet circle.
To stop the crochet
I'm into that right now.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Lucy, I've done most of the work, and these freeloaders just popped in at the end. And bye-bye.